What is up? What's happening with y'all guys? It is Naslee27 in the building, and we are back here with another video. And man, oh man, what have the Brooklyn Nets have done? So before I go on my little rant about why I think the Brooklyn Nets are just a disaster franchise, I just want to get out of the way the KD trade. Get that out of the way real fast. So late at night, Kevin Durant ended up getting traded to the Phoenix Suns, to which the Phoenix Suns really didn't. They gave up a lot, but they still didn't give up a star player. So like that was honestly a great trade for like the Phoenix Suns wise. So they ended up giving up Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, Mikal Bridges, 4 first-round picks, and a 2028 pick swap for Kevin Durant and TJ Warren too, my add. So before like people say this is not a super team. Like it's really not. You have an Asian Chris Paul, Kevin Durant still a superstar. Devin Booker is just a star. Like I don't care what anybody says. Devin Booker is a star. Then DeAndre Ayton just another center at this point. Now they did lose their defense like big time, but like their offense does get a lot better with KD at the helm because like KD just a bucket getter. Like he's a great 3-level scorer to where like he'll be off the ball, he can handle the ball, like he can shoot over everybody, bro. Like he's that kind of scorer. He's a top 5 player of the league type of guy, honestly. Truthfully, the best they could have gotten from was Mikal Bridges because like they were not getting Chris Paul because Chris Paul is the agent star at this point. Devin Booker, like that's a franchise guy. Then like of course like you can't get DeAndre Ayton because he's under that rookie contract thing where you can't trade for this extension unless you trade for Ben Simmons. So like yeah. So does it make them contenders again? Yeah, I do think so, but like at the same time though, I can honestly see him getting second rounded because I do feel like that there's gonna be offenses in the Western Conference where like will outscore them, and their defense not being as good as they should be can actually harm them in the future. So hey, congrats to the Phoenix Suns for plunging on KD for another 3 years and hope for the best for them. But now on to the Brooklyn Nets, and this picture right here. This picture was 10 years ago where they made that disaster of a trade to the Boston Celtics. And look how the Boston Celtics are now. They're a championship contender team, and they're just like, they just do anything they want and then just win the title at any given moment. So like this team fizzled out, and then like y'all end up rebuilding, and y'all end up like rebuilding to where y'all end up having something like this.
Ooh, let me squeeze. They tryna be cracked. They tryna be cracked. She wanted me cut it. That bitch is a baby. I'm a fucking house. I'm on 730. In the pet, I can't cut it. I smoke down like kid.
Y'all actually found a way to actually rebuild that team to where y'all even got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, where D'Angelo Russell was your guy that you started with. So, and don't get me wrong, that team was just super fun to watch because like we actually finally seen the Nets actually get out of their poverty ways and actually be a top of the playoffs contending team for once. So eventually, you got KD and Kyrie, to which they signed all the max slots for both players, and you know we all thought that the Nets were a contending team and that they actually might win a championship for them for once. So like after the COVID season happened, like they had themselves a great roster because they had Jared Allen, Spencer Dinwiddie, also Caris LeVert, some great players, man, some great roster players to where like this team was just great all around to where like I truly felt like they could actually win the championship. And then these two on my screen right now had to get greedy, bro. They just had to show up the muscle, flex their muscle, show them that they got the power, bro. They have the power, bro. They want James Harden. So do you know what the Brooklyn Nets front office did? They obliged to that and they traded for James Harden, to which, to me, this was the biggest downfall of why they were not a successful team now. Because like they lost a boatload of players that were actually great for them on their roster to where like they could have easily won a championship with that roster alone, to where they had another superstar player to which honestly they didn't even need, in my opinion. They didn't need him. And just because it's traded alone, and if they do this right, the Houston Rockets are just laughing now out loud because like they just basically finessed the Brooklyn Nets out of their picks, and now they might actually be like a contending team for like the next 4 or 5 years now. But time will tell when the Houston Rockets become the new Boston Celtics and just finagle their way into a contending team. It's crazy because like I know they had injuries and stuff like that, but their roster was so depleted to where like if one or two players were like injured for their team. Like they were just not that great of a team to where they could just contend with other contenders, and it showed big time, especially in that playoff series against the Milwaukee Bucks. I know this went 7 games, but like at the same time though, like this really could have ended in 6 had they just like kept the players they had. And of course, health is always a big issue, but still though, like that's something that you gotta reconsider. Like thinking 3 superstar players could actually just win your championship just like that. But like y'all know the rest of the story though. Ain't no point in me explaining it all, but like still, like point of the matter is all the dominoes failed to where James Harden ended up getting traded to the 76ers. And then of course this year with all the Kyrie stuff happening, really all the Kyrie stuff happened like since like Kyrie got there really, and then just like it just all blew up in their faces. Okay, so like then like this year of course they trade Kyrie so that way they could get more win-now pieces with Spencer Dinwiddie coming back, and then Dorian Finney-Smith coming onto the team. Like those are like win-now moves right there. Then of course like y'all trade Kevin Durant, to which y'all end up going to rebuilding mode now. To which I'm like, bro, y'all just disaster for franchise at this point. Like I legit never seen a team to where like they go from a win-now mode trade into a rebuilding mode trade in the span of 24 hours. Like I legit never seen that before in my lifetime, and the Brooklyn Nets were able to do it. They were able to pull off the unthinkable at this point. And then the whole gag of this is that I'm not even a Brooklyn Nets fan, and I'm mad for y'all because like y'all just fumbled the bag on like another super team to where, well, really not super, yeah, basically another super team, bro. Y'all fumbled back on another super team in the span of 10 years, bro. And now y'all might end up looking stupid yet again to where y'all had nothing to show for, really. I mean, I give you that y'all got picks for defeating the Suns trade, but like, dude, those picks gonna be like low draft picks, bro. And like y'all, the likelihood of y'all getting like one of those star players up in the, unless y'all find like a diamond in the rough. The fact, if y'all find like a star player, like if like ain't playing the draft, bro, like it's not happening, bro. It's not happening unless y'all can really scout players and y'all find yourself a diamond in the rough late in the rounds. One last thing before I close out this video, bro, like somehow y'all able to make all these moves, and yet the New York Knicks are still a better franchise than y'all. Let that freaking sink in, bro. Let that sink in. The New York Knicks is still a better franchise than y'all. Yeah, I rest my case, bro.